Hello everyone and welcome to Factorio. I'm Par and I'm gonna be playing Seablock today. In the previous episode we finally got this thing. We got plutonium. We started up this process. Well, we finished the research. We are running this process. We are producing lots and lots of plutonium, and as soon as it gets, as soon as we get a reasonable amount of plutonium in here, this inserter should export it into the chest right there. And this thing will be producing lots of MOX fuel cells. So, what I'd like to do now, I would like to go over here. Where do we have power plant? Here. I would actually like to change this to MOX cells. Maybe I'm gonna be requesting just one everywhere. And another thing that I'd like to do, I would like to add a buffer chest right there with I don't know, where should I place it? Let's say we'll place it here, kind of across of that constant combinator, or maybe right here. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter exactly where I will place it. Let's place it here, because then it will kind of match this icon. We'll have the thing working if we have at least 4. Well, it will be basically exactly 4. So each of these requested chests. Oh, look at that. Look at that, what we have here. Okay, one. But this thing... Okay, interesting. Let's say we'll let it run all the time for now, because I just want this stuff to be gone. Got inserted, wasn't it? Oh no. I'm completely confused. I just didn't copy the thing. I didn't copy the request. Let's try again. This one is looking correct. This one is correct. This one is correct. This one is correct. And I will be asking for 8 of this to be available nearby, like close to each reactor. That's basically the idea. Okay. Good. This part should work, I feel. Now, these reactors, the way I've been thinking about them, we could actually place them right here in the middle. Maybe in the future, because they would fit really nicely in here, and we could power basically like each corner of the block, of the city block, could be powered by them. So that's what I would like to try sometime in the future. But for now, like right now, I can't really do that because we are like we don't have free space in between our like in our city blocks. We just don't have free space. It's all occupied by like various stuff, various processes. Okay, let's deal with these biters. This stuff can be removed, I feel. I think we no longer need it. This one we probably also don't need that. This thing. Let's do something about this. Right, what should we focus on today? Oh, we don't have... That's a lot. It's like 100,000 red circuits, and we are short by this amount, right? And we are short on paper. Why are we asking for paper? That's the question. Where are we asking for paper? Maybe that's a better question. I feel like Okay, stations. Paper. Right, the mall is asking for paper for whatever reason. Let's give paper to the mall. Let's do that. How should we do that? So the output here, we have actually lots of space in there, don't we? We have 100,000 limit, so we could basically just do something like that. Right, and we could send stuff over. Like, just like that. Well, maybe not exactly like that. The loader is in here. We could basically load everything. We could just say that all of this paper is going here. And we'll give it, obviously, a priority. Because it's almost not used, so it's okay that we're prioritizing loading it up. Doesn't really matter how exactly we do it. Okay, this part. I feel like we could do something with that block. Even though we are not really using, like, I'm not sure whether I will even be using efficiency modules. I just don't know. I don't know what I think about those, because those can save us the power, and while power overload mode introduces some challenges with the power, we can afford to place basically in each of the blocks here, like in each of the rail blocks, we could have a reactor. Yes, we could have basically this reactor placed in each one, and it should work fine. I'm actually kind of thinking, if we take this reactor and try to place it here, what exactly wouldn't work? So this part wouldn't work very well. But yeah, it's not looking good. We could... You know, one alternative is just to upgrade this to a better assembly machine in theory. So here we have assembly machine 4. If we go to this process, what is it? This one. And we are placing 48 of this. If we use green machine, it's actually 24. And 24 would be basically here. That's where 24 is. It's like below. It's below this rubber port. What if we upgrade this to the purple one? 35. So let's say 36. 36 would be here. Right? Up to here. Okay, 36. Right there. Let's see. We can basically afford that. We can do that. We totally can do that. You know what? Let's do that. Let's just upgrade some of this. I want to upgrade 16, right? Well, it's not gonna be 36, but it's okay. We'll add like a couple of speed modules or something. It's gonna be fine. Fine. Right, and with that, I can actually remove this, I think. Let's do that. Let's remove this. I'd like to have a better kind of setup there. I'd like to start placing nuclear reactor right in the middle of the block, and we'll see how it goes. Obviously, I cannot do it for the old reactors, sorry, for the old blocks, but I'll try to do it for the new ones, at least for some of them. Is this a good idea? I mean, then each block will be self-powered. Well, nuclear-powered, and we will not have to use transformers at all, anywhere in the base. Right, this part of the build. We're actually producing, well, almost 600 megawatts, right? I think our real number is something like this, something closer to that. Maybe 62? Like this. Because we are using 52 of heat exchanges. So we cannot really we cannot make it produce more power. That means that each side, each corner is 150 megawatts. But it also means that each half of the block is 300. So if we used, for example, these substations too, they have a limit of 300. Could just use them in theory. Can we connect them somehow to our power block? Oh, not power block, power reactor, nuclear power build, this one. Can we connect those? So we could grab things here. Could grab them. Well, not really. We cannot do that. We cannot do that. So what's gonna be the plan? How are we gonna be connecting things? I think I'll just connect them to the big electric pole. So oh wait, no. Yes. I will be connecting them. So for a moment I thought that I can just replace them kind of right here, but it wouldn't really work. So we'll be missing this too in the middle. And maybe it's not that bad that we are missing them, but I don't want to be missing those, because it's like extra power. Why would we do that? So we'll just have, I mean, the alternative is to actually cover this steam turbines a little bit. So we'll basically have, instead of having how many? Instead of having 20, no, not 26, 40, we would have 52. So that means that instead of having, I need a calculator. Okay, so instead of having 561 divided by 2, which is 280 and a half, we need to... Wait, why am I doing this? What was the number again? The number would be, instead of 52, we will have 64. So what we just need to do, we need to multiply 64 by 5.4. 64 times 5.4, that's 345. So this will be really bad. This will be really bad. I see. And we can't really adjust it, right? If you place it here, it will still cover. And we cannot push it further, because then it just wouldn't look good. Very interesting. It's okay. It's okay. This design is not really supposed to be. Was not supposed to be used like that, but it's fine. Let's do something with gold. How about this one? I think this is pretty good. I think it will significantly reduce our gold usage. And we could basically, let's maybe think about the, let's think about the processes. This part, I have no idea why we would need it. Oh, okay, I see. We do need it. We do need it. Seems, no. Yes. I don't understand why we need it. Burning heat source. Let's just, I don't want to use it. Farms. I mean, we could go through farm researches. Why not? Worker robot carry size. Okay, this is definitely a good thing. That's a good one. Advanced electronics. This is what we want. That's what we want. We want to go for black circuits. And those require a lot of things. We'll have to produce lots and lots of things to make. We need platinum wire, yeah. Back transmission 2. Harmonic crystal shard. We have the shards already, right? So we should be able to produce those, I think, if we really wanted to. So it's also a good recipe. I'm not sure whether we actually need it at this point. We probably do not need it. Steam turbine, better one. I mean, yes, let's get it, but I don't think now is a good time. Sintered oven and powder mixer, and I like this too. Thanks. Electric pulse. So this is a good one. And logistics is a good one. There is like so many good things that I would like to research. Okay, while all of this was happening, are we actually getting? Yes, we are getting plutonium, and it will soon not be like it will soon not be will not be getting added into the centrifuge. We have this what's the process again? What did we call previous episode? Plutonium nuclear synthesis something? Right, that's the problem that we have. How could I forget about that? We're not producing these things right now. That's bad. Okay, let's proceed. Let's copy this thing and let's center it, like right in the middle. Where is the middle? I think it goes like that. That would be right in the middle. Is that correct? Yes, I think so. One thing I'm not sure about is, should we maybe make this whole thing look a little bit more beautiful? Like we could take the bricks and we could actually just like mark this whole block with concrete. I never really painted with concrete in Factorio. I can imagine that. Like more than 5,000 hours and never ever painted things with concrete. What have I been doing in the game? What have I been doing? And yeah, that's not AFK time. It's with AFK time, you know, subtracted. Okay, so we are getting the plant built. I would maybe, you know what, I'd like to have some border around, maybe of another color, like some reinforced concrete, or how is this called? Like there are like other colors, but let's just mark this whole thing as taken. Just like that. Awesome. So this will be basically our kind of nuclear plant builds. And we will be placing them everywhere we can. And we'll have those things powering the blocks. The idea is that we should be able to like, if not completely power, we should be able to almost completely power the block, even if you're using lots of beacons. I don't actually know that. I don't know exactly how much power we need for beacons, like for the beacon builds to work, and maybe we'll have to reassess, kind of rethink what exactly we're doing. But I'd like to try and go with this approach for now. So that's gonna be it. One thing to keep in mind here, I would probably like to... Okay, we need to somehow power this whole thing without letting... And by the whole thing, I mean we need to power this combinators and this part without letting it connect with too many things. So how would we do that? Like that? Place this like this, then we might not even need this like all connections except for the actual... I don't like this placement. I don't really like this one, because what if I place it there? Then it wouldn't reach some things. Like ideally I would probably want to place it right here, because this way, right, you know what, we'll remove the lamp from there, and we'll be using substation 2. Substation 2 has 300 megawatts, yes. So we'll have this one, because this way it will actually reach both of this. It reaches this part, it covers all inserters, and even this lamp. And would it work on this things? Right here it would also work, because we actually need only this lamp, I believe. Right, we don't need to power... Maybe we do. Or maybe we do. I think we don't. I think we don't actually need to power that part. We need to power only combinators. We'll give it a try. It's actually super easy to try. We just cut this off and we'll see how it works. Because what I want to do here, I would like to change the power poles here, completely remove them. How do I do that? Just opening this thing, and I'm saying I want to have a power pole remover. Oh, wait, that's a lot of them. Okay, how do we do this? We're gonna remove even this one, right? It's 250. It's only 250. And others will figure this part out. So here we shouldn't have any. We don't have any. This stuff doesn't actually have power, but everything works. No. Right. Anyway, things work because this part is supposed to be actually powering all of those. So it doesn't really matter whether it's like, right, it shows 0. Like we are not producing any power, we are not giving it any power whatsoever. But it still works. Now the problem is that we need to have a similar thing set up right here. How do we do that? And I don't have a better substations. I would actually prefer to have better substations. Where is that? Where are substations? Substations. I want this. Yes, I want the substations. Because they are supposed to have further reach. I don't care about any other researchers. Give me better substations. Because then I should not have any problems with this spot. Will I be having problems with this spot or not? That's the question. I actually might, right? Because I need thing to be placed here. Place both of them here, and then it's kinda okay for this specific station, for this type of power poles, but I would prefer to place them like slightly further, basically here. The range of this is 24, and the range of the other ones 30, so it's +6. That's a lot. That's significant. Let's take a look what's happening here. This stuff is supposed to start working soonish. What we could do could help the spot a little bit. We could add like a bit of speed modules here, just like that. Yep. So let's do that. Now we will delete all of this. You know what? Let's do the following. Let's copy this whole thing. What did I do? Let's copy it again. Copying it. Create blueprint. And we'll place it somewhere. It's just a copy in case we completely break everything here. And now I would like to delete power poles. There. Okay, power poles should be gone. And what I will do... Well, first of all, we need to make sure this thing doesn't start up with this power pole connected. I guess that's like goal number 1. Second, we need to have these power poles are separate, completely separated. Nice. Now we just need to find the spots for them. How do we do that? We could add them like here. And like here. So that's doing something, right? We are just like filling the area with some things. Okay, let's wait, let's see what happens now. Well, actually, let's not wait, let's add maybe a couple more. Power poles, say here. Okay, we have a place here. And like, well, we need to reach that part. Like this, I would say. Let's see. Let's see. And we also have problems with this one, actually. But wait, this one is supposed to be powered by this part. So this power plant is supposed to be powering this one. Is it doing that? Is it happening? Why we don't have power here? Oh right, I see. We have power here because of the solar panel. That's it. That's the reason. So it's kind of able to sustain itself. Looks like. Okay, good. Well, and this part. Right, and this part is able to power itself because we are not consuming from this half. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. Let's proceed looking at this part. We need... So I added lots of connections here. One thing that's missing, we're actually missing a cable connection right there, like this. And now I'm surprised how this is happening. Oh, we are getting power from here. But that will just blow up, wouldn't it? I think that's a really bad thing that we are doing. Let's look at this. 81. That's too much, right? 80. You know what we could do? I want the thing to become available really, really fast. I want it basically right now. The MOX stuff. I want it available right now, like immediately. Let's say if this is greater than 10, we're just exporting it. Let's do it like this. So now we should start producing stuff from like using plutonium. This stuff will be filling it until 500. Okay, good. Is it actually connected? Yes. Have a connection. And where is our MOX stuff? It's here. Okay, great. And now this stuff will fly. It will fly and it will be placed into 2 buffer chests. Have we added buffer chest to this power plant? That's the question. Yes, we have it here. So we have buffer chest. So this power plant should start up. The other power plant should actually also start up, because if we look at the conditions, oh, we are not even able to let the time go. But okay, we'll see. We'll see exactly how it works. This part requires actually connection. Maybe like that. Maybe we don't want to be placed there. Maybe we want the stuff to be placed on the other side, like this. And then this rubber port, do we need it? I don't think we actually need this rubber port. And this part can also be removed, most likely, with that one. So let's see. Let's wait and see what exactly happens here. So we are getting MOX power cells delivered. The chains... Oh, the chains are not working. Nothing is working. That's bad. That's really bad, because we ran out of power. It's all because we ran out of power. Okay, the charges from the worst place possible. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. The condition here is 1. We have condition 2 because of this and that. What about the timer? It's almost there. It's 1.4 thousand. So it's kind of ticking, but it's really slow doing that. It's okay. It will start up at some point, I hope. And once it starts up, we will send half of the power right there. And we can share actually this power with this side. This one is the power pole here is used for one reason only. We need to have like a condition here. I check. Wait, we already have 5,000. Wow, that's a lot. That's a good number of prod modules. They are tier 0, right? So they're like super cheap, because the proportions... Let's take a look at the proportions that we are going for. Okay, 0.1, 3.2. So it looks like 32 to 1. Yeah. Modules are expensive, but we are going all in on them because we are playing with more expensive researchers. So what expensive research pretty much does, it makes it so that the investment that you spend on building the factory, it kind of, it's much cheaper than the amount of science that that factory will end up producing. Right, like basically by increasing research costs a lot, you're saying that, okay, the stuff the factory is supposed to be producing, like the factories of the same sizes, with the same model, with the same setup, on higher research cost multipliers, you will get more value out of that factory because it will be running for longer. So it kind of incentivizes you to spend more resources on beginning the map, putting like modules, etc., etc. Okay, at least that's why I'm looking at it. Where are our things? We are waiting for this timer. Should I just update it? You know what? Let's do it. Let's say Z be 800. This should be fine. And now this check works. It says what? T greater than Z. But that's true. It is greater. Why? Okay, C equal 1. E equal 1. Inserters started working. Let's bring Z back to 1.8p. Look at that. It's happening. We got it. It's working. This is great. This is awesome. This block started up. I would like to disconnect this thing completely, actually. And we might have found a solution to get rid of transformers. If that is indeed a problem with transformers. What is it? Power overload, 2.8 seconds. That's not good. Like, that stuff is not good. Electric network, 3 milliseconds like fluctuations is because we have like lots of our electric networks not running at full power, right? There are like fluctuations, etc. But again, this design kind of solves two problems at the same time because we have local power, and actually, in the future, once we get better heat exchangers, we might be able to make this stuff a little bit smaller. Now that I think about it, we could make it a tiny bit smaller, like narrower, so that it doesn't take as much space. Interesting. We'll see. We'll like give it a try. We'll see how it goes. For now, the temperature is increasing. There is lots of fuel in there. Still, that's good. The timer is going pretty slowly. Yeah, so the startup, the startup process is not great. What if we turn this off? Okay, now it outputs C. Okay, this is actually better. We can turn it off in the beginning. And this will make sure that, right, that's easier. Then we don't need to touch signal, we don't need to edit, we just turn it off initially, and then at some point we turn on this combinator, and it limits, it like enables timing logic and limits this whole process a little bit. Okay, where is it? Where is our power? I want to see it. I want to see this block getting powered up. And while we're actually looking for that block to power up, look at what happened here. Check this out. It works. This thing just works now. And we're using only half, actually, of... Wait. What is that? 14,000. You know what? I'm gonna do something. Maybe it's a bad thing, but I'll do it anyway. I gave it whole power. Whole... Oh no, it's jumping. Well, it's actually not that bad. Right, it's not that bad because these things... Right, I'm using transformers here, it's okay. Nothing will blow up because of that. It's fine. Okay, we did it. We changed this build a little bit. We could also add a similar connection right here to keep it all like fully symmetrical. So now it should work, it should be producing lots of power, there shouldn't be any issues. So we have like extra 400 megawatts used up here on these two things. This, honestly, this looks pretty good. Like this looks good. Now, this build. What is happening with this? Oh, it looks so nice from the map view, except for these two connections. I want to remove them. What's happening with power connections here? What is going on? Wait. How did this happen? It's supposed to look like this. Very, very nice. But instead what we have is like something very kind of questionable. Okay, we have line there. These lines are looking good, nice. This one is looking really nice. This stuff. What is this? What is that? Mounted gun. This part I want it to be connected like that, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, I feel like that's the way. I feel that is the way. And until we have more power connections, I would actually like to add one thing here, like this. So it requires a little bit of like manual kind of configuration to make it work properly. But the end result, I think it's looking great. So we have the block powering our prod module production. We could even tell this thing to produce, go to up to 10,000 prod modules. Sure, let's do this. And it'll tell the same thing. This one will go to 10,000 speed modules. But now we have this pretty cool block. One thing that I am not sure I like is there is no space for, like absolutely no space for light. I mean, we have space for light, but it will not be powered up. So that's unfortunate. It's okay. It is okay. Let's add this back in. And maybe we should also switch this thing for this one to kind of be also here. And I guess there, that's how we are doing it, right? Let's take a look. So if I copy this and paste it, well, not exactly. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna be changing that. It's fine. Oh, what happened? What exactly happened? I didn't do anything. Did you see that? I just removed the ghosts. They weren't even real. They were just there. I removed them and everything blew up. Come on. Just removed the ghosts and everything blew up. Let's try again. Like this. And we'll leave it alone. Not gonna touch it. It's working just fine. Okay, what's the problem here now? We have C2. We have the timer. We have the fuel. We have too much steam, it seems. And this steam is not being used up. So the question is, why? I see, because I never connected them. So I actually need to connect them. And this way, the whole plant is supposed to be running now. Yes, look at this. It's all in the same network. So now the whole plant is supposed to be running. And it's supposed to be using this steam. Right, but we are still not powering up the plant because the power consumption here is not high enough. We don't actually need to use that much of these fuel cells. So this is good, like really good stuff. It's working. It's working exactly the way we wanted it to work. And now we can basically place those designs everywhere, right? We can place them in a lot of places. We could even place one right here. We have kind of the labs here, but these belts could just be kind of spaghettied around, kind of like this, I think. Or like moved a little bit to the side. Or I don't know, we could keep it like this and just place the plant right here in theory. We'll see. So I like that part. I would probably want, yes, I know what I'd like to do. I'd like to landfill the same thing here. I want to have exactly the same stuff. Yeah, like that. And we'll have we'll update the plant. What is it? It's coming up to here. So let's delete everything above. We will delete this part, this part, this part. We will upgrade this 16 plus 16 assembly machines. And another thing that I'll do, I will grab... Oh, I cannot grab speed models because we don't have them. Okay, that's not nice. We don't have speed models, and I don't have them with me either. Maybe we have some of them in the main base. Yes, that could be the case. Right, look at that. We have a little bit 100. Okay, another 100. And another 100. Let's say that's enough for now. So we have this part, and we added 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rows. Well, we first need to wait for these assembly machines to be upgraded. And when is it going to happen? I have lots of bots just not doing anything. Where are they? Where are the bots bringing these machines? I think I see some. I think I see some of them. Okay. Some of them are getting brought up. Okay, we have a couple brought up there. Nice, nice. What's happened? Oh, it went to recharge. What's happening here? We have 2,000 of landfill getting picked up and 2,500 getting delivered by logistic bots. That's good. It's looking pretty good. Can we add here prod models? We cannot. I'd like to have prod models pretty much everywhere. Like everywhere, I would like to have prod models. What's the problem here? We are like out of power? Yes. So this jumps. This is the exact reason that I want to solve by placing power plants like this. That's exactly what we are trying to solve, like this issue. Robots are flying and we are just out of power. Okay, where are these assembly machines? Are we missing assembly machines? We are not. We are waiting for the robots to recharge. That's basically what it is. Just waiting for the robots to recharge. Right, this part. How are we doing it? I think we're removing this one and we're adding a substation. Here, the plan we have is to add these two substations. So one thing is I'm not sure about is how exactly are we gonna be upgrading the spots. So the charcoal here, it can basically be replaced with the power plant. The problem is that we would have to either have a better build for charcoal somewhere, or we'll have to deliver charcoal from some central charcoal producing facility, like some block somewhere. And I kind of wanted, I really like the idea of having on-site charcoal follow these builds. At the same time, having on-site power sounds like a better kind of plan, to be honest. Having on-site power sounds like a better thing. Okay, look at that. We have done that. And now I feel like we should be able to just blueprint this thing. Let's do this. Alright, let's do this. I will blueprint +1 tile around like that. Or is it 2 tiles? I think it's ending up being 2 tiles. Just like that. 1 tile around. I'll ask for tiles. I'll remove 1 tile from there. 1 tile from here so that the build looks very, very nice. It's gonna look great like that. And I will tell that we need to snap to grid, and the grid size is what? 32 by 32? Is that it? This thing is chunk aligned, right? Which chunk should we align it? Or maybe we should say, if I make it 64, 64, will this be making sense or not? Okay, we need y to say -10, no, -6, like that, I think. Will this be making sense? So here it obviously doesn't even fit. And here it also doesn't fit. Okay, because... Okay, that's okay, that's fine. Blueprints. I forgot. Alright, we are using these blueprints, we are not touching these blueprints, right? And old city block. I don't think these are our blueprints. Right? Let's delete them. I don't know, I think it's from previous games, and we are not using previous blueprints. Okay, this is from this game, for sure. Reactor is, we just built it here. Right, what I want to change it. Let's say this will be 32, and this will be why it's 32 minus 7, it's what, 25? 25. Let's try this again. So if you take this blueprint now, it fits here, it doesn't fit there. Okay. Okay. 32, 32. 0. This will work. This is working. We have a tiny problem here, but it should be possible to fix it. Let's just paste it there. And we'll see what happens. Well, it should be line filled, right? Because we'll have this row ports connected, and once they're there, we should just, you know, the robots will deliver whatever is missing there. Right, and here, kinda want this stuff to go like that. Nice. Now, what I'd like to do, I'd like to remove all of this questionable power poles, and I would like to... Wait, what happened? It's okay. I would like to basically copy this solution. How do I do that? Okay, here we have this thing. This thing. Want to go lower and here higher, I think. I should have maybe just copied only... the substations, like the placement of substations. Let's see. We have one right there, it seems. No. Okay, we have one here. Oh, it's not there, it's up there. Got it. So we're actually building it up there. And then we're building one right here. And we have this one below the rubber port. This one. Okay, I think that's how we are doing that. Okay. Is this looking good or not? Let's see. It will be a little bit difficult to actually place like design builds with this like corner occupied by the power plant. We'll see. It's something very different from how I normally play Factorio. It's kind of feels nice, feels a bit novel. I mean, that's the reason why I was why I decided to use the mod, Power Overload mod. Right, let's take a look. We will be missing one tile here. It's okay. The good thing is that we can just, I think, paste the blueprint on top, and it should just work. What's happening with this part? So this thing is no longer working because we don't have green thingies. This stuff, super unlucky, we didn't get the fuel block. This thing is producing lots of plutonium. And this thing, well, it's actually exported enough. We have lots of MOX fuel cells available, so we should be able to, like, this thing is able to power whatever we need to have powered. Oh, this is getting blown up, right? Let's just disable the connection for now. But then all other things will also be kind of be a bit problematic. Let's do it like that for now. And this thing, do we want to have it? I guess it would help to like at least recharge all of that for now. It's a bit inconvenient to build those things, but at least once they're built, we shouldn't really be experiencing any issues from that moment on, I think. We'll have to see. We'll have to actually try using this approach for new blocks, like here, 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 maybe over there. So, like for some of these builds, for example, for this one, for the meat, I'm not sure how that would work. I don't feel it would work. We'll have to move it kind of to the side maybe, or dedicate a separate block to that, and then kind of somehow route the power and distribute the power between them. I don't know. I don't want to use transformers unless it's absolutely necessary. That's definitely the case. Is it trying to deliver 8? Let me check. Is this the correct condition? I'm surprised that it somehow used 2 in a row. Yes, looks like it used 2 in a row. Very strange. And now we are delivering 2. That feels a bit strange, like what exactly is going on here. It is inside logistic network. And this part is also inside logistic network. So it's okay. This thing is not produced yet. We would like to have connections. How? We'd like to have connection from here to here and to there. We probably don't want to have this one. This looks strange. But I do want to have this one. This is much better. This thing will have a connection there. This connection is there. This one. We're setting it and connecting things. Oh. Come on. Really? How did this happen? Oh, we are using 400 megawatts. How? Why? Oh, I see. We are giving the power to the main grid. Got it. I understand now what's happening there. Are they working? Right, the timer. Let's turn it off. It's going in. Happened now. That is bad. How did that happen? I don't understand how that could have happened. Wait, is this part putting higher load than the power pole can support? 150? Is that what's happening? $150. Yes. Basically, these assembly machines are super power hungry. Or it's the fact that we added beacon, not beacons, but modules, something. Right, the module, they increasing the consumption, I believe. Energy consumption plus 40%. Okay, that is bad. That is bad. What's happening? We need to move away from medium electric poles. We need to have better poles. Medium electric pole 2. That's bad. We want to have poles. Well, actually, I don't want to have poles. Never mind that. I don't care about poles. I want to use substations. I want to use substations from now on for everything. That's the idea. And the best substation will allow us to transfer 500 megawatts, which should work out pretty well with us covering like half of this build. Like, we could add power substations basically like here instead of big electric poles, and then we could have like half of the amount of substations covering like 1.5, maybe, well, not 1.5, but like 3/4 of this build, and another half of substations covering another 3/4 of the build, and they wouldn't be connected. So it would still be possible to like consume power a little bit unevenly between both of the halves, but yeah, I think that's the way to go. I feel that's the way to go. But first, what we need to do, we need to make sure that this part is working correctly. So we need to remove this thing. We need to remove these connections. I just want all of these connections gone. I want this thing to be disconnected. That stuff. What is that even about? Oh no. This thing. Okay, just disconnected all of that. And the only thing I'd like to do, I'd like to add this connection like this. Okay, great. So with that done, we can remove this part, I believe, and this part. What happened? What got destroyed? Right, they are not able to, do their job. Power poles are getting blown up. That's bad. That's really bad. Oh, come on. I feel like we need to replace them with substations. Should we do it right now? Let's do it right now. Let's just go and fix that part, because that's a pretty huge problem, and I don't want to have, like, these kinds of problems in my base. So these two placed, good. What exactly is done there? I don't know. Have this two. This power pole, this power pole, and this power pole are not really needed. We can delete all power poles actually from here. Let's do it right now. We can delete all power poles from this side as well. Let's do it. And now the trick is to place substations. We can grab substations that we're interested in from there. And how do we power that? We could have one here. 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5. We'll figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, this is looking pretty good so far. This part, how do we cover it with substations? Let's see. So this is a little bit trickier to do. Let's start from this side, maybe. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this part is done. Basically covered it. And here we need to have a substation here. Maybe substation here. maybe here. I mean, I don't know about this part, but this is turning out to be a little bit stickier. Let's see, we have this part, and I feel like it should be enough what we placed here. And we'll have one substation going like that. Now, the problem here, well, it's not even a problem. We need to add this connection, but it says that we cannot do that. Place it here. Let's try again. Let's try again. We'll wait for the power pole to be delivered, for the substation to be delivered, and then we'll place it and we'll see whether it works or not. This thing, I feel like we need to have something like that down here. We don't even need to have it on this side, to be honest. Oh no. Right. It is disconnected. Disconnect that one. We'll connect them manually. We are gonna connect them manually and we'll see what happens. Now, this part. Let's finally create a connection. We need to grab a little bit more of the wires. So here are the wires. This is working. This part should be working. We are waiting for this specific substation to be delivered. Where is the robot? That is in it. Here it is. It's construction robot. It's yellow. Robot is going here. Okay, placed it. Awesome. Now, this part is not exactly working correctly, right? We want to have this connection. We want to have this connection. So now what we have the trains connected here properly. We have this thing, trains unloaded, and we have a limit of 300 megawatts instead of 150. Okay, good. And this whole power plant is working just fine. So we have one power plant, second power plant, third power plant. They are all working. We are not experiencing any issues. We do not have MOX fuel cell reprocessing yet, but that's okay. We should have enough storage in our network. Just ignore that issue for now. Okay, here we have it. We have started placing our nuclear blocks with plutonium MOX fuel cells. We already have 3 reactors working. 1, 2, 3. These 2 reactors are awesome. They have dedicated place specifically for them and only for them, right in the middle of the rail block. And this reactor, this one is a bit unfortunate. It doesn't have space right in the middle, but it's still powering things through some transformers, but that's okay. It's okay. The important part is that it actually works. I am really surprised that this single city block was using more than 150 megawatts. But anyway, now it's not a problem. See, we are able to give 600 megawatts for like 2 to 4 city blocks from now. Good. Let's take a break here. It was a little bit long episode, but we did a huge thing. We set up first, I don't know, proper MOX, I guess we could call them MOX uranium reactors. Let's move over there, and we set them up for prod modules and speed module blocks. Okay, good. That's good. Let's save the game. that was the episode 183. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!